Hi, hello. I wasn't planning on making this video, and I'm not sure if I'm even gonna post this video, but there's something going on online and I really want to talk about it. So kris Tyson has been outed as basically just a horrible person. I'll put videos below that explain it better than me. There's allegations that have been on the internet for a very long time. Let's just put a bookmark in that because I'll bring that up later. There's allegations of her talking to a minor before she transitioned. There's allegations of her supporting an artist called Shadman who draws CP, and I think there's a couple other things that I'm just blatantly forgetting. I just want to clarify that the person who is the victim said that they weren't actually a victim, and that they didn't want people to spread misinformation that they are a victim. But the point of this is, I want to talk about how this is like fueling transphobia. I want to clarify, when I say this is fueling transphobia, I mean like her doing what she did is fueling transphobia in a sense that like it reinforces this rhetoric that people have about trans people being groomers. I saw someone tweet when this whole thing first came out and was like, this is gonna set back trans people a ton, and like I can't help but agree to a certain degree. Like the way I'm seeing people respond to it, they're blaming the grooming on her being trans when it happened before she even transitioned. And the thing is, these allegations have been online for a long time, and yet it's now that she transitioned that people are bringing it up and talking about it. And I think it's interesting how people will comment on this and say like, all trans people are groomers and blah 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 blah, stuff like that rhetoric. Two people were outed as groomers like within the past month or so that were both cis men. We need to be able to talk about how kris Tyson has done all these things, but also not villainize trans people in the way that it's talked about. Because underneath one of her posts is just blatant transphobia, and it literally starts off as her apologizing for what happened and saying she's gonna take a step back from stuff, right? And then throughout the post, it's talking, like the replies are talking about how trans people are groomers and mentally ill and blah 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 blah. It's not about her being trans. You can tell that some of these people do not actually care about children, do not actually care about the issue, because all they're doing is bringing up how trans people are the issues, trans people are groomers, and probably these same people are silent as hell when it comes to Cody Ko or Dr. Disrespect. I don't know if I'm gonna post this. I see transphobia and I get mad. I get annoyed. The way people are turning this to just shit on trans people and spout transphobic rhetoric is kind of stupid. It's defeating the purpose of talking about it. And you can tell, you can tell these people who use this to spout transphobic rhetoric do not care about the actual issue. They don't care. If they actually cared, they'd be talking about the actual issue rather than saying, oh, it's because they're trans, it's because they're mentally ill, it's because this, that. And when I say talk about the actual issue, I mean talk about the trend there is of content creators and social media influencers that take advantage of children. TLDR, we need to be able to discuss Ava without bringing her being trans into the argument as some gotcha. And I do appreciate the commentary channels who are bringing this up and saying her real name and using her pronouns and not misgendering her because she's a bad person. Now in this part I go on to say that people shouldn't misgender her, and I was gonna cut this whole part out, but then when I watched videos on it I realized that a lot of people are misgendering her, and I just feel like this is relevant now. So misgendering someone because they're a bad person is like saying, oh, because you're a bad person, you don't deserve to be referred to as your pronouns. It infers that using your correct pronouns is something you have to earn, which we shouldn't be doing. That's not what we should be doing. We should be using people's correct pronouns because those are their correct pronouns. That's who they are. I'm just so mad at seeing the comments, and like I'm stopping myself from responding because it's not going to do any good. Okay, hi, hello. So I finished this video, but there's a couple other things I just found out that I want to add. So first off, there is another victim who has came forward. I'll leave their tweet right here and in the description below. And then also Mr. Beast responded to this whole thing, and I'll put the tweet here and also in the description, I guess. I will say I do wish Mr. Beast put something about the trans community in his post like Pokimane and Valkyrie did, but Oh well. Comment below if you want to see me do more YouTube-related content. Okay? Alright, comment, like, subscribe. Goodbye.